In this tutorial today, I'm going to be showing you how to find the residential address of a house on Rightmove. So you can see here, I've already found a house on Rightmove. If you just go ahead and find one that you want to find, you can copy along as we go. But we can see here, obviously, from the listing that this house is in Kings Hall Road in Beckenham. I do not have the house address or postcode, and that is what we're going to do now. So in order to do this, there's several ways we can do it, and I'll walk you through it. But first things first, I like to go ahead and open the front of the house in a new tab so we can see what the facade looks like. And obviously, going back to the listing here, we can see that this is in Kings Hall Road. So if we go down here to the map view and go to satellite, which I prefer to do, we can see here that this is Kings Hall Road. It's quite a long road by the look of it. And it will be one of these houses here. We can see that they have a house icon marked over this property. Occasionally, it can be the case that this is actually over the right house. However, often it is not the case that that's actually the right house there. So if we just look at the facade of this, we can see it's got a black garage. It's got sort of a white porchway there and a chimney, and it's a semi-detached with a slanted roof. However, if we look at this one here, there is no garage there, and while they've got a white porch, it is to the side of the house, and the roof isn't the same style. So we know, obviously, that it's not that one, despite the fact that they've got the map hovering over it there. So in order to find the right address, basically, it's a bit of a guessing game, but what I tend to do is start at one end of the street, and we'll start here. And we can see going into the street now that there are houses on both the left and right hand side. But what we're basically going to do really quickly is start going over through them. And we can see that these houses, while they're similar, still are not quite what we're looking for. However, this one here looks like it might be what we're after. The porchway is in the right case, but I just want to make sure because there's a lot of similar houses. Let's just see what the others are doing. So yeah, this looks like it might be a fit. And one of the ways that we can tell here if this is potentially the right house is just compare some of the finer details. So I can see here that the woodwork's white. There's what appears to be a burglar alarm just there. They've got hedges on either side, a blue door. So I'm just going to go back to the listing photo here. I can't see the door, but there is a hedge here on the side. There is a burglar alarm as well here, and they've got white woodwork around the top one. So I'm pretty confident that is this house, and that appears to be zooming on it number 7. If it doesn't have a number shown on the front of the house, one of the other things that you can do here is come back to the map view, and just basically what you can do now is go over to Bing Maps. And there's a reason that we're going to use Bing Maps over Google Maps for this, even though Google Maps does occasionally work. But what I'm going to do here is just basically take the street name and area. So sorry, yeah, we've got Kings Hall Road in Beckenham. Go over to Bing's Maps, put it into Bing Maps. We're going to zoom in here back to the street, and then we're going to go up here to satellite mode, and we're going to scroll in, and you can see here it's got number 7 listed there. But even if it doesn't, right, let's find a house that doesn't have it shown straight away. And it appears most of them do. We've got some here that don't seem to. If you right click it, it will still come up with the number. And the reason that Bing Maps does that is because Bing Maps has done a deal with the UK government's land registry system, where if you go onto the land registry website, it's effectively a skinned version of Bing Maps. So we can see here, for example, we don't have the house number for this property, but if I right click it again, it will still say 36 Redditons Road. And that is because it is being pulled from the government land registry, and we've also got the postcode there. So sometimes on Google Maps, the number above the property, like 7 in this instance, will be above the same property in Google Maps. However, it won't be the right number. Google sometimes does get the numbers wrong, or it will put adjoining numbers on a different property. But Bing Maps, because it's got the government's land registry system, is very, very accurate. And I've never had an issue with Bing Maps before. We can see here, obviously, if I right click it, we get 7 Kings Hall Road, BR3 1LT. And if I want to copy this, because I can't just copy it from this, I can do directions to here, and then that'll pull up the address just there. So I now know that this is number 7 Kings Hall Road, BR3 1LT. And obviously we do know that that is the case from the door number just there as well, but if we didn't, we could now find it via the map system as well. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope it helped. Please do consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.